Why most people stay average and how to escape. Plus 9 more truths. Introduction. Most people will never escape average. Not because they're not smart enough, not because they weren't given a chance, but because they settle. They talk about what they want, but live as if tomorrow is guaranteed. The scary truth? Tomorrow isn't promised. And if you keep living like this, you'll wake up 10 years from now with nothing to show for it. Today, we're breaking down the 10 brutal truths that separate the top 5% from the 95% who stay stuck. If you're ready to stop being a background character in your own life, listen closely. Chapter 1. Why most people stay average and how to escape. Average isn't an accident. It's a system. Society rewards comfort. Schools teach compliance. Workplaces promote people who play it safe, not those who take risks. The truth is, staying average is easy. It doesn't demand sacrifice. But escaping? That's where most people fail. You escape average the moment you realize that comfort is the trap. Growth is uncomfortable. Saying no is uncomfortable. Choosing to read when others binge Netflix is uncomfortable. But discomfort is the toll gate to the life you want. The people who escape average don't get lucky. They make a habit of choosing discomfort daily. Chapter 2. The 5% Rule. Why only a few ever win. Here's a brutal fact. Only 5% of people ever break free. Why? Because most people quit when it gets hard. Winners aren't necessarily smarter, but they're relentless. They don't dabble in improvement, they commit. Imagine 2 people go to the gym. One quits after 3 weeks, the other shows up for 3 years. Who wins? Obvious. The 5% rule is simple. 95% of people will try, fail once, and retreat. The top 5% fail again, and keep going. If you want to be in that 5%, stop chasing hacks. Start building consistency. Chapter 3. This one mindset shift will change everything. Most people think life is about finding yourself. Wrong. Life is about creating yourself. If you wait to discover your passion, you'll waste decades. The mindset shift? Stop asking, who am I? And start asking, who am I building? When you see yourself as a project, failure doesn't destroy you, it shapes you. Rejection isn't personal, it's part of construction. Average people live as if identity is fixed. The top performers treat identity as clay. Every day, they mold it, sculpt it, sharpen it. The question is, are you living like a finished product, or are you still building? Chapter 4. Why you still haven't changed your life. Here's the hard truth. You already know what to do. Eat better, work harder, save money, build discipline. So why haven't you changed? Because knowing doesn't equal doing. Change doesn't fail in the knowledge stage, it fails in the execution stage. You keep waiting for motivation, for the right time, for the universe to give you a sign. Newsflash, the sign isn't coming. The only way you'll ever change is by acting before you feel ready. The winners start messy. The losers wait for perfect. Which side are you on? Chapter 5. How to stop being the background character in life. You might not realize it, but you're living like a side character. Think about it. You follow trends instead of setting them. You wait for permission instead of giving yourself permission. You consume content instead of creating it. You let others define your story. That's background character energy. To stop being an NPC in your own life, you have to step into the uncomfortable role of author. Speak up when it's easier to stay quiet. Take risks when it's easier to follow the script. Side characters exist to make others look good. Protagonists exist to build the story. Who are you? Chapter 6. The harsh truth about motivation nobody tells you. Motivation is a scam. It's unreliable. It shows up when you least need it and disappears when you need it most. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for perfect weather before you go outside. The winners don't depend on motivation, they depend on systems. Systems beat moods. Systems beat laziness. If your life only moves forward when you feel motivated, then you're not serious. Motivation is a mood. Discipline is a muscle. Stop relying on moods to carry you. Build muscles instead. Chapter 7. Why confidence is a skill, not a personality trait. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's not a gift, it's a skill. Think about it. Were you confident when you first learned to ride a bike? Of course not. You wobbled, you fell, you got scraped up. But with practice, you built confidence. That's the formula. Do the thing scared, repeat it, collect proof. Confidence is just the accumulation of evidence that you can handle things. People who say, "I'm just not confident," are lying to themselves. The truth is, they just haven't practiced enough. Chapter 9. The psychology of self-sabotage and how to beat it. Self-sabotage is when you fight against yourself. You set goals, then find ways to destroy them. Why? Because deep down, failure feels safer than success. Success means responsibility, expectations, and pressure. Failure means comfort. You get to stay the same. To beat self-sabotage, you have to confront the identity problem. Do you actually believe you deserve better? Winners act as if they're already that person. Losers act like imposters, so they destroy their progress before it can grow. Stop fearing success. Start building the identity that can handle it. Chapter 10. Why winners don't think like you. The biggest difference between winners and everyone else isn't talent, it's thinking. Most people think short-term. Winners think long-term. Most people think about avoiding pain. Winners think about the pain of regret. Most people think in limits. Winners think in leverage. The truth is, winners see the world you see, but through a different lens. The lens of possibility, not limitation. If you want to change your life, you don't just need new goals, you need a new lens. Until you rewire the way you think, you'll always live the same cycle. Conclusion. Here's the truth. Escaping average isn't complicated. It's uncomfortable, yes, painful sometimes, but complicated? No. You already know what separates you from the top 5%. It's not luck, not IQ, not privilege. It's whether you're willing to think differently, act sooner, and refuse to settle. Most people will never escape average, but if you've listened this far, maybe you're not most people.